Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Chantilly Racecourse here on Thursday. It is March the 2nd, 2017. I'm going to look at the three races on today's program. Races 1, 3, and 4. Races 1, 3, and 4. Those are some very nice stakes races. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. These are probably like trial races for the big stakes races coming up at the end of the month in Dubai. Some of these horses you might see them in some group races in a few weeks, like the Prix Darshaan at Saint Cloud, or some nice races at Maison Lafitte over the flat. But this is the card of the year that's in New York for me. That really means the flat season is coming. It's the end of winter, so it's a great race card from Chantilly. Like I said, races 1, 3, and 4. Let's get on to it. Race number 1 from Chantilly is the Prix Darshaan Stakes. It's going for a purse of $42,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. If I'm not mistaken, this is the race a few years ago. Like Solo ran into prep for the Dubai turf, duty-free turf. Flinchier ran in one of these races. It's like I said, it's a great card. But I think Solo ran this race last year. Might have won it the last two, but he's out with an injury. So we have a field of 5 horses going the 1 mile or 1,600 meters on the all-weather surface here. My top pick in this race, I'm going to go to the 3 horse, number 3, King Malpic. Going to include this horse here into a tricast or a trifecta. I'm going to go 3-5-1. 3-5-1, number 3, King Malpic. 2-1, Olivier Pellier is on this 4-year-old gelding out of King's Best. He hasn't run this year, but his last start came December the 17th, 2016 at Deauville. 7.5 furlongs and listed stakes for $50,000. Horse finished third by length, I'd say. He lacked a good closing kick. He's had victory at Chantilly on the all-weather. And at Deauville, but I think Deauville is not his best race courses. He likes Chantilly better. Start before locally at Chantilly, the 29th of October, a mile in allowance race for $31,000. Horse went away with it, winning by 1/4 lengths. A very nice victory as the even money favorite. And then start before an allowance race, 26,000 at Deauville, 6.5 furlongs, August 31st. Horse won by length and a half. Another great race where this horse was just all out right. His last one, it was just a very weird race. Like I said, I don't think he likes Deauville that much. He does better here at Chantilly. He's a distance winner, course and distance winner. He's had some very nice races last few starts. He's coming off a laugh. I don't think that should be a problem. I think he's a notch above the rest of them in this spot. So to recap my bets now for race number 1 from Chantilly, it's the Prix Darshaan Stakes. Gonna go with the 3-horse King Malpic. Gonna go 3-5-1 in the tricast or the trifecta. So we're gonna skip over race number 2. If you want race 2 selections, you're gonna have to follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. But we're gonna head on to race number 3 now. Third race from Chantilly is the Prix Darshaan Stakes. A purse $42,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses going 6.5 furlongs or the 1,300 meters here on the all-weather surface. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 2-horse, number 2, Finsbury Square. Going to go 2-1-5 in the tricast of the trifecta. Number 2, Finsbury Square, 2-1. Christophe Simeon is on this 5-priest Chapret trained 5-year-old gelding. This horse hasn't started since November. That November start came out November the 1st at Maison Lafitte, 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters on the grass, and a Group 3 Prix Darshaan Stakes for $72,000. This horse finished 4th by 1/4 lengths that day. Really, it was a very wet turf course. Really didn't get a good handle of it, didn't have the best of closing kicks, and it was at the end of a very tough fall campaign. He really didn't do anything. Start before October the 2nd at Chantilly in the Prix de la Alibi Longchamp. This horse had a very game 4th place finish behind Marcia in Washington, D.C. and Mecca's Angel. Some very tough sprinters in Europe. He held his own in a field of 17 horses. He needed a little extra kick. He's getting the extra furlong and a half today on the all-weather. I don't think that should be a problem. He was facing so much tougher. He should really win by a mile. The last time this horse won came at Deauville over the summer, October the 28th, August 28th, 6 furlongs in the Prix de Montreux Stakes. Horse won by nose with Simeon up. Had a very nice victory. It was his first start back in France, start before he ran the Glorious Goodwood meet in the UK. He finished 9th in the Qatar King George Stakes. Really just didn't have anything that day, didn't quicken up at the end. But I think in this spot he should run well, gets regular rider of Christophe Simeon up today. So let me use this horse here as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 3 from Chantilly, it's the Prix Darshaan Stakes. Gonna go go with the 2 horse Finsbury Square, not Finsbury Park. Finsbury Park is a park in England. Finsbury Square, it might be a square too in England, but I'm gonna go 2 horse as a top pick. Gonna go 215 in the TriCast. So now let's get on to race number 4. The fourth race is the final race I'll be looking at here on YouTube for Chantilly on this Thursday program. Race number 4 is the Prix Darshaan Stakes. Purse $42,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses going the 1,800 meters, or 1 mile and 1/8 on the all-weather surface. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 1 horse, number 1, Hashem. Going to include this horse into a TriCast or a trifecta. I'm going to go 132. 132, number 1, Hashem. This 4-year-old colt had a footstep in the sand. Is the even money favorite with Gregory Bonsoit on this one. You know, this horse is like a lot of these horses on today's programs on Chantilly. They're coming off a long layoff. Well, you know, first start of the year since last October, basically at the end of the flat season. But his last start came October the 1st at Chantilly, a mile and a quarter, 2,000 meters in the Qatar Prix Darshaan. This horse had game second by 1 3/4 lengths behind Patikin. You know, he was closing up that day, but closed up a little bit too late. Disappointing beat, but you know he should really improve off that very game second place finish. Start before August the 15th at Deauville, mile and a quarter in the Prix Gauteng Biren Hong Kong Jockey Club Stakes. Horse just finished 7th by 6 lengths behind Al Manzour. Really didn't have anything. Nobody was catching Al Manzour that day. He probably ran the race of his life. And then made some feedback in July 17th to be exact, in the Prix Eugene Adam Stakes. Horse won by 3/4 length, easy victory. You know, he was facing so much tougher his last 2 starts of the year last year. In this spot, he should really run a big one. So I'm going to use him as a top pick, and also just to keep in mind he is a course and distance winner, winning back on April the 28th and April the 4th of last year, both at a mile and 1/8 here at Chantilly. So let me use this horse here as the top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from Chantilly Racecourse in France, it's the Prix Darshaan Stakes. Gonna go with the 1 horse Hashem. Gonna go 132. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.